Hello and good morning. Welcome to Journal with Me. I'm Kathy Hampton of Wellness and Healing Practices for Women 50 and mature and more mature. Welcome, and I hope that you are having a great morning this morning. In my neck of the woods, it is cold and trying to stay warm. But it's been a great morning, early morning. It started with the early morning for me. And I am ready to journal with you. Good morning. Greetings to you, Catherine Muhammad. Good to see you here with me today. And we're going to get started as more people come on. That is the hope. That I'll have more people to journal with us, Catherine, and we'll keep it moving. So I hope you've had a great few days after holiday, the Thanksgiving holiday. Excuse the glare. There are windows here that, yeah, there we go. There we go. Was able to fix that with the shade, the blind. But hope that your Thanksgiving holidays went well and you're able to uh, take some time for introspection and reflection over the last few days also as we move into new days, new weeks, and into a new year. In fact, that is the focus of this journal with me session. As we move into a new year, I'm inviting you to spend some time through introspection and reflection. And during the course of the next year, we'll be talking a little bit more about that. Um, in the description, I have posted a compass, a year compass 2025 plan. I'm sorry, review and 2026 year plan link to a booklet where you can start that introspection, reflection of this past year, of this year, 2025. We are still in the year, and consider 2026 as you move forward, as you continue moving and not staying stuck, not being stuck. That is what it takes to become unstuck is movement and action. And that is what I hope that you will do, is to take action in your lives, even at 50 plus years of age. It's not over till it's over, right? We can still do many things. We can still dream. We can move forward with desires, plans that were put on the shelf or on the back burner, things that we've pivoted from but might want to return to. So please consider downloading that free resource. It's not mine, I did not create it, but I am referring to it and suggesting that you consider using that resource. It's pretty in depth, and I don't suggest that you sit down in one day and complete it. It's something that you can work on a daily basis. So, um, welcome. Hello, Kim M&M or Kim MM. Great to have you here this morning to journal with me. And Mom 6Me, good morning to you. Great to have you here. As we move to our journaling session, just know that today's discussion will be focused on um, reflection and introspection, and we'll get to that after the journaling. So if this is the first time that you've come to see this video of me, um, welcome. This is our Tuesday session of Journal with Me, where we spend time downloading what's on our hearts, mind, and our spirits. And um, we also take time to through journaling, a journaling practice, to write in free flow mode, right? Write in free flow, and which is uh, really tapping into our subconscious. Just let it come out. Let's spill it out. You may not even know what you might come up with, and also consider if journaling may not be for you, or you may not have tried it. Give it a try. But if it doesn't take or you don't take to it, consider spending 15 minutes in a practice that you do love, that is for your health and wellness, your peace of mind. And that could be yoga, that could be walking in nature, and you can still hear me when I talk if you have YouTube on your phone. Um, Meditation, continuing your meditation. We will do a short meditation, but continue meditating if that is where you find your peace in the morning. Prayer, if you have a prayer closet, go to it. Consider praying, in that 15 minutes. If you're a chanter, if you have some other way of becoming peaceful, right? Even if that is continued breath work, also do that in the 15-minute session that we will spend time uh, in our practice. Journaling has many benefits to it, and that includes self-awareness, introspection, reflection, observation, all for ourselves. You individually can reap the benefits of journaling, heightening your creativity if need be. I am a writer, and journaling helps me get things out of my mind to make room for the creative process of writing, um, for the memoir that I'm writing and short stories that I'm writing. So there are many ways that you can use it, and it's very inspirational for other pursuits that you may have. So let's get started. Oh, Sunny L. Okay. Sunny L's Mom Six Me handle is different. I didn't know who she was, but I'm glad you are here, Sunny L. Mom Six Me. So let's get quiet, or I will get quiet as we move into our journaling practice. I'm going to take that's a sure sign that we'll start our quiet time in meditation when I take my glasses off and I sit up straight in my seat. Okay. I'm sitting on a bar stool, so my feet aren't necessarily on the ground. But if you are seated, make sure that you can ground yourself somewhere. You can keep yourself connected to the ground, right? Closing your eyes, not tightly, but enough so that you are looking inward, right? You aren't facing any distraction in your familiar space. You're allowing the shoulders to sink down your back, holding a good posture as straight as you can without struggle or pain or I invite you to kind of put a smile on your face. It's also a very relaxing facial position. And now let's start listening to our heart, feeling the ebb and flow of our chest as we breathe, a natural breath, natural breathing pattern. If you'd like, you can place your hand on your chest. Actually, feel the chest going up and down, in and out. At this time, I invite you to speak a word of gratitude. Thank you. Thank you. You may want to set your intention. And now let us take 3 cleansing breaths to further open ourselves up for today's practice. We'll start by breathing in through the nose, holding it for a second, and then exhaling through the mouth with a sigh or a sound, a moan. And you can do this in your own time or follow me. Inhaling through the nose. Our next round, inhaling again through the nose, exhaling through the mouth. One last time, one more round. Inhaling through the nose. Exhaling through the mouth. Now returning to your own breath, calibrating that breath. Opening the eyes slowly and gently. excuse my friend here. Now, if you have a piece of paper, pen, pencil, we can start our journaling practice. I do have a pen and I do have a notebook here. And please let um, yourself write uninterrupted for 15 minutes. I'll be putting myself on mute, so not to disturb you. And I'll be back when it's time to finish up. All right? All right. Good day to those who stopped by. Black Arts Praiser Advisor. Yeah. Yeah, my grandcat. My grandcat likes the screen, so hopefully she doesn't touch it because it is sensitive. So happy journaling. Okay, I believe that our session is over for the 15 minutes. If you'd like to continue writing, please go ahead and do so, or journaling, whatever your practice is, meditation, prayer. If you're walking, continue to walk and observe your the sights and sounds of this day, depending on what time of day it is for you, actually. But I believe I was a little thrown off by my grandcat who is experiencing some discomfort right today. But yeah, she needs to be in a quiet setting, so I had to put her in a quiet room. But yeah, so before we went into journaling, oh, I want to say hello to Abba. Greetings to you. Thank you for joining us this morning. Glad to be here. There's a lot of brightness in this room, so I hope it's not irritating. There's a lot of white behind me, and there's light and windows. I hope that it's, yeah, not too distracting. But I was saying that um, today's focus really is about uh, reflection and also what I would consider introspection. You're asking yourself questions inwardly, like what's going on with me, what's happening to me, or um, I believe I'm making changes, I'm making things happen. I'm experiencing newness. Um, all of this seems to be happening, at the right time. You know, there's been good news. What's going on? You're starting to really appreciate things inwardly, not by telling others necessarily, but by informing yourself or allowing yourself to ask yourself questions inwardly. And maybe in reflection, you are looking over the past days or moments or the reflection of after coming out of the supermarket or reflection that you may have about a meeting that you were in, or someone you spoke to. You reflect on what has happened in your comings and goings or your past. And it doesn't have to be real heavy or serious. It could just be something small that you've thought of that might help. And those reflections sometimes can be captured in your journaling. It happens to me quite often. Um, and I think that is the beauty of reflection. This can happen through meditation. Initially, when people start meditating, they get sidetracked with not just listening to their heart or their breath. Um, they may start thinking about something or many things, right? Reflecting on certain things. Um, and that's okay. But in meditation, you really are trying to not get rid of thoughts. You can't do that. You can't stop thinking, right? But to minimize that process, that minimize minimizing the thoughts that you're having, focusing in on your life breath, your heart, your lungs, right? Your breathing, allowing the mind to kind of rest, give your mind a break. It's hard to do that because sometimes you are reflecting about something you plan on doing, or you've written a note about. So it's okay. Don't judge yourself when doing that. But an opportunity to reflect can come up also, as I said, if you were to journal, taking a walk, you know, you can reflect on many things. And the reason I'm talking about this is because, as we know, within the next days or so, we'll be experiencing lots of conversation, including this one, about, the coming year, and planning for the year. And, I'm part of a writing group, and a lot of us are thinking about when we want to finish a chapter, or when we want to have our manuscript ready to, edit and re-edit, and what days, do we want that to consider, finding an agent, or all of these things, right? We might want to, you know, consider doing some things that we have put on the back burner, and we reflect on, oh, I remember when I thought I wanted to do X, Y, and Z, and I'm going to do that this year, coming year. So we have thoughts, we make plans, and the planning tool that I put in the description, the year compass 2025 2026, is in the description. And we will be meeting in our salon setting. And I've chosen the date of January 18th, which is a Sunday. I'll send out information on registration. But you can get started with that introspection, resolutions, introspection before the year comes. Or you can and use this booklet, or spend time journaling. And what came up to me as I was journaling today was all of this introspection, reflection, but also the idea, and this will probably be a post soon, is about what I've learned about the craft concept of interiority. A lot of things that we keep inside of us while the world is moving about is inside of us. It's in interior thoughts, that aren't necessarily spoken. Like when you're having a conversation with someone and you're soaking in what they're telling you, but you're also having thoughts about what they're telling you. You're having your own interior moment about what it is that's going on around you, or what's being spoken. So our mind can do a lot of different things, right? And in interiority also is the quality of being able um, to think about how you felt at the moment when something was happening. It could be an event that's happening, or an event that you and some other people are experiencing. And how did it feel? And your interiority is playing out these moments, how you're feeling, what you're thinking, um, the mood, the scenery, how it looks, right? And how you are perceiving it, right? And sometimes you don't realize that it's not just the events. It's not just one dimensional because we're so complex. We can think about a lot of things at once. And I've learned this through my writing about having to paint paint a picture for someone. So someone reading what I'm writing, they want to know, well, what were you thinking about X, Y, and Z? What is it that you were thinking? What was your emotional state or your mindset at the time? So in this reflection, you might even think, I remember it being really sunny and how the sun really made me feel warm and made me feel good. And it was a peaceful setting, right? And that made me pay attention more to the person I was speaking with. Um, so we'll talk a little bit about how interiority, reflection, introspection in the next year as we we continue to up level our journey and our journaling. I'm sorry, and our journey, because it's really as we give thought to experiencing new things. Let's say, we are also women who may want to travel, right? We've talked about this before, traveling, and how do you convey in your journal, even if it's something for you to remember, how you were feeling at the time that you stepped foot in Rome, right? What was the day like? What were the people thinking, and what were you thinking about what the people were thinking? You might want to include some more detail to remember what your thoughts were and are. So we'll be up leveling in the new year, doing some things that journaling, you may not have thought of that journaling took into account, right? And we talk about as people get uh, more mature, we talk about people like our great aunt or our mothers or fathers, or we talk about them losing their filter, right? Them saying whatever comes to mind and not keeping it in, not keeping those words in or their feelings or emotion. They just say it. Well, it's actually kind of a good thing if it's not, hurtful. um, I do have a mother who has lost her filter a long time ago. And I have a father who's very quiet, but he is expressive with his face and his actions, and where he never was before. He is speaking in a different way. His filter, his interiority is starting to come out. So as we age, sometimes that happens. I've noticed that I've decided that, I might need to say something to some people. And I don't hesitate. And that could be, and it's usually very, polite. It's packaged well. Um, but and I'm actually able to accept other people's non-filtered conversation. it's a whole new world. It's new. And what I realized for people 50 and older and more mature, I should say, is that sometimes we just say what's on our mind a lot more, especially a generation that was told not to say such, don't say, you cannot say such things. Now things are being said, and they may not necessarily be polite, um, but they are being said. And it's because our filters sometimes are not as fortified as they once were. And we aren't holding on to them internally. It's not inside, it's the words and the emotions are coming out. Yeah. And you don't have to write a book. You don't have to write a book to express yourselves. So um, that's what we'll be talking about in the weeks and days, and not, you know, not every time, but we will be up leveling the journaling to include more reflection internally, as well as introspection. That is discovering yourself, which may be new to you, things that you haven't discovered about yourself, right? Or if you have, you put them away and don't, you're like, I don't want to think about what I did, what I don't do, or any of that. We'll be talking about it. Yes. Yes, Abba. Thanks for noting. January 18th will be our next salon. I will probably be across the pond, and the timing is what I need to work out because I will be 5 hours ahead of the Eastern Standard Time. So I need to find a comfortable time. And I'm thinking 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time may be good. I can work out my my timing later in the evening where I'll still be able to hold conversation later in the evening. So I hope that, you know, you put that on your calendar, January 18th, and in the next week or so, I'll be posting the registration link to for you to attend another salon where we speak to one another on Zoom and in person and have laughs and good conversation and meet one another. Yeah, but I hope that today's session was good for you as we move into these final days of December. Continue to journal, keep practicing your wellness and healing practice that keep you inspired, in good moods, keeps your body in check. Keep breathing, taking deep breaths no matter where you are. If you're standing in line at the grocery store, if you are in traffic, as traffic builds up, remember to breathe, inhale, calm yourself down. If you are, you know, thinking about something and don't want to forget it, carry around a little notebook and a pen, jot it down. Even if, you know, I take a notebook with me everywhere, everywhere. If I'm in a place where, you know, it's not so exciting, I create some excitement for myself. I doodle, I scribble, I make myself feel good somewhere to keep myself in good spirits. And there's nothing wrong with being in good spirits. You know, there's nothing wrong with making yourself happy people, say that happiness is overrated. Well, yeah, okay, but I prefer it, to the alternative. And I am always trying to make myself feel better. Um, yeah. So that's what I have for you today. Hello, T. Gaynor Jennings. If I didn't say hello to you, um, so thank you, Abba, T. Gaynor Jennings, Kim M. Black Art Appraiser, Mom, Six Me, Sunny L, Catherine Muhammad. Thank you all for joining me today, and for anyone coming in and seeing this on the replay. Thank you for showing up for yourselves, getting some inspiration, writing down something that you might be thinking about that you don't know. Hope that you get some benefit from journaling, but also consider what makes you feel good through your wellness and healing practices. Um, it may be something that you share with us. So I want to say have a great day. I will be here on Thursday, this coming Thursday. I will be here. No technical difficulties, no change in venue for me on this Thursday. So have a great day. Make it a great day. Create a great day for yourself. And I will see you again soon. All right. Take care. Much love to you. Thank you, you guys.